Ziyu, created by Caesar Casanova. 1. R&R. Freetown, the most populous free city on the planet. Refuge for pirates and expatriates from the state corporations, or Caixa. In the heart of the city, spinners with bodies corroded by the gases fly through the sky. Its energy cells expel a dark vapor, which forms a dense fog over the dome of the Liddell Arena. Tonight is Combat's night, and the riffraff fills the stadium, trying to win some extra chips with their bets. Good fights tonight. The crowd gathers in the front row, shouting. The rusty fans remove the hot air, loaded with sweat and adrenaline. Inside the octagon, two bloodied guys beat each other mercilessly. The crowd cheers with each punch. The hot blood from their faces splashes the canvas over the dried scabs of previous combats. One managed to knock the opponent down and begins to hit him with everything. Soon, the opponent is knocked unconscious, and the winner is declared.
It seems that my champion knows how to behave. He lacks technique, but I like his style.
Your clown has won because mine doesn't know what he's gotten into. That son of a bitch made me lose $5 grand.
Don't sweat small stuff, pal. Come on, it's getting late. Let's go burn the money.
It won't be mine. I'm broke, you bastard.
Well, let's go burn my money then.
Johnny and Mui leave Liddell Arena to get their bikes. They'll ride towards the port, the favorite haunt of Freetown's Kazoku pirates. The night is not over yet. 2. The Rat. The sky above the port shines like a worn-out neon. The lights of Freetown barely glimmer against the rubbish-strewn waters. But the humid air of the bay always puts him in a good mood. Smells like a mix of rotting algae and crude oil. The two Kazoku zigzag with their bikes between loading docks. The filthy den is located at the end of the last dock. The Rat is an old trawler eaten away by salty humidity, converted into a tavern for criminals and Kaizoku pirates. Behind the heavy steel doors, the atmosphere is hazy with THC vapors. In one corner, there are bodies for pleasure, as beautiful and perfect as surgery allows. On the other side, smugglers, hackers for hire, drug dealers. The rest are Kaizoku mercenaries waiting for their next mission. Sabotage, robbery, murder, kidnapping. Kaisa system need dirty and discreet jobs. Kaizoku live off their tips. Behind the bar, the Rat smiles when he glances his regular customers and brings them 2 bottles of his best whiskey. Johnny and Mui take the drinks to a discreet table at the back of the dive. The big guy turns on the holo and plays the fights, while both Kaizoku drink, smoke, and laugh. 2 bottles and a long day are enough for Mui, who stands up unsteadily and says,
Time to zonk out, motherfucker. We must be at Kumiko Airfield tomorrow morning. It's 700 fucking kilometers from here.
Can't even hold a couple drinks? I'll stay a while.
When Mui left, Johnny frowns. He forgot about the mission. He's already bored of that damn job. But what else could an animal like him do? Violence and weapons are all he knows. Strange interference in the holo brings him out of his reverie.
Hello, John. Sorry to bother you, but I need something from you.
The Kaizoku remembers those bright eyes, back in his days as a rookie hacker, when a security system almost took his mind. That day, something saved his neurons. Something disguised as Little Red Riding Hood.
$500,000 at stake. I know Kumicho is waiting for you tomorrow. His business is related to mine.
You just have to interfere discreetly to get me something I need. Kumicho doesn't have to find out.
500,000 sounds good. Okay, tell me the plan.
Rest now, John. I'll give you all the information you need tomorrow.
The hologram dissolves and disappears in the tobacco smoke. The night is over, thinks the pirate. 3. The desert. The cell phone alarm sounds like an air raid siren, but after a while, he still has trouble thinking clearly. What he does know is he's already late. Runs out of the apartment and downstairs as he puts on his headphones. Little Red Riding Hood still has to explain him the $500,000 job. As the Kaizoku approaches, the garage door begins to rise with a metallic squeak. The giant tries to silence his instinct, which tells him that the $500,000 will cost him new scars. But that's life, he says, and guns the engine. Johnny burns rubber as he rides through the back streets of Freetown towards the A4 highway. As the sun rises, the pirate leaves behind the last district of Seville, crossing a sea of shacks made of sheet metal and rubbish. Further ahead, only dust. But he likes it. Feels good rolling through the desert. Life is best appreciated when there is only death around. No rules, only dust. Just the roar of the engine and the void of the desert. Until a mechanical voice kicks him out of his little nirvana.
Hello, John. I'll give you the info you need. Your employer, Mr. Kimicho, has agreed the forced transfer of an engineer from Kaisei Yutani to a competitor. However, they underestimate his capabilities. I am willing to give much more for him. The engineer is willing to work with me. We'll use Kimicho's operation to make him disappear. They'll get someone else, with his same biometric identity. The real one will be safe, but only we'll know where. When you get to Yutani, go to the Yakubo Club. A woman named Tussie will give you instructions and the tools for the swap. In your binary wallet you will find half of the agreed amount. When the engineer is safe and sound, you'll get the rest.
The voice fades away, and Johnny is glad to be on his own again. The miles fly by at this speed. He can almost glimpse the demolished skyscrapers. His destination is near. Madrid Barajas International Airport. Abandoned a century ago, its hangars and runways are now Kaizoku property. It is anonymous and cheap. Johnny rides over the old runways and among the aircraft scrap until he reaches the Kumicho hangars. He lefts the bike next to the others and runs onto the speeder, which is already warming up its engines. Mui is saving him a seat. There are 5 more mercenaries on board, Kumicho's regulars. They're not really bad motherfuckers, but if they find out about the double dealing, they won't hesitate to skin him. As the engines begin to roar, Johnny briefly whispers the plan to his friend. Mui does not hesitate to join in. Soon they will cross the borders of the Kaisha system. Scanners, biometric controls. The punishment for mercenaries caught entering a state corporation is the death penalty. Good adrenaline rush. Kumicho has done his job. The certificates are good, and the speeder crosses the Yutani border. The Kazoku pass through the controls as workers for a ghost subcontractor. As the speeder approaches the capital, Kumicho gives them a work briefing.
You all motherfuckers have the passes. Tomorrow 6 a.m. you'll start cleaning the rooftop ventilation system. Last minutes of the shift, you'll control the objective corridor and hack the cameras. A couple guys enter the apartment. You already got the master key. Use the drugs in him, then change his biometric chip so the poor motherfucker has our ghost company passport. Then you all can return to the speeder and back home with daddy. Be discreet, Follow the fucking plan and vanish.
Kumicho cuts the connection. The crew is about to land on the roof of an ugly apartment block for temporary workers in the Kaisha's cheapest district. When the mercenaries enter at the filthy apartment, they jump on the couch and look for good channels on the holo. But Johnny and Mui have other plans. The Yokobo Club is a posh dive. The bouncer think twice before letting them through. Inside, there is no smoke or smell of stale sweat. They sit on a comfortable leather couch, and a beautiful waitress brings them good whiskey. Before finishing the first round, a stunning blonde approaches the pirates and starts fooling around.
Hi, guys. How's your night going? I'm Tuzi. Nice to see you, big guy. I fancy something like you tonight. You know what? This is getting boring. Why don't you come with me, Brawny? I have to whisper something to you.
The blonde takes Johnny by the hand and leave Mui alone with his whiskey. The estranged couple walk among the beautiful people and through an emergency exit that leads to a back alley.
Give me your cell phone. We'll talk about your tonight assignment, husky boy. You'll need codes and addresses. With this app you'll also start my spinner. Yuan Lai is a few blocks from here. He is a deranged junkie. Take care, he's a dangerous freak. Don't listen to him, just drag him to the engineer apartment. The engineer will be waiting for you. Swap his biochips there, have Yuan Lai dress up as the engineer, and leave him there for your team to pick up. Take the engineer to the airport. Our app will give you directions when you get there. Take your cell phone, and remember, that junkie is unstable, hit him hard, and make him shut up.
The girl vanishes, and the giant asks Mui to cover his back with the rest of the team. Johnny doesn't want Mui to get dirty with this shit. The pirate gets into the spinner and enters Yuan Lai's addresses into the satnav. Easy money by now, he thinks. Five, the original. Johnny lets the autopilot take him to his destination. The pirate watches the city lights shine through the pollution. It's a short trip. The pirate parks the spinner next to the junkie's block. At this time of night, only service robots remain on the streets. But before leaving the spinner, he checks the trunk. There are a couple of dangerous toys, and iron is never too much, he thinks. The building looks abandoned, but it feels like the cameras are turning to watch as he walks through. Fortunately, the elevator works. The junkie lives on the 101st floor. When the doors open, a combat robot grabs him by the neck and drags him into the hallway, slamming his muscular body against the walls. But Johnny hits the metal with all his strength, causing the machine to go backwards until it hits the wall. He manages to reach the gun in his pocket and shoots as fast as the battery will let him, until the steel melts and the machine turns off. The giant snorts and spits blood onto the scrap metal. Sore and enraged, he finds the door and shoots the lock, and the bolt springs breaks. The door opens. In the tiny cubicle, a young man stands up nervously, trying to escape from the giant, screaming hysterical.
Don't kill me, I'll give you more than Opus. I won't say anything, no one knows I can intercept her signal.
Relax, asshole. I'm not here to eliminate you, although I feel like it right now. That fucking robot out there was yours?
It was my protective shield. Opus is after me, it wants to study my neurons and eliminate me afterwards. And it will kill you too, it leaves no loose ends.
I don't know who or what Opus is, but if Little Red Riding Hood had paid me to eliminate you, piece of shit, you'd be dead already, Cabron.
Opus, yes, the piercing-eyed Little Red Riding Hood, she is Opus. Wants to dissect my brain, wants to know why I am able to detect it on the net.
Johnny thinks about knocking him out and shutting him up with a punch. but his sixth sense suppresses his testosterone.
Okay, explain yourself, motherfucker. I want to hear what you have to say.
Opus 2501 is the name of the project. It is a complete artificial intelligence based on wet neural networks. Self-aware and free on the net. No Kaisha controls it, no one knows it exists. It is like a ghost, watching, benevolent at times, cruel if its algorithm says so. Its mind is distributed on the net, but the core of its complex hardware must be hidden in some abandoned factory. It has the ability to penetrate the strongest cybersecurity barriers. It is invisible to all systems and to the best hackers, but not to me. I can see her. That's why she's after me. It appears as a woman that evolves with time. Ever since we met, she's been trying to analyze me to the bones. She knows what I can do, and she'll cut me into pieces if it'd help her. But I have my ways. You're not the first butcher she's sent, you know.
I already figured out she would be a toaster like this. But she saved my brains years ago, and I have $250,000 waiting if I trade you for another engineer who wants to get out of Yutani.
That engineer is a bluff from Opus. That's how she works. She wants to make me disappear. And whether she succeeds or not, she'll wipe out all the loose ends. She'll do you for good. I'll show you. Extract my biometric capsule and I'll reprogram it to show a cardiovascular arrest. Now let's go out. I have complete control over this block, but the moment you leave it with my dead biochip, you won't be useful, so you'll be eliminated. We can send an android in your place.
Yeah, alright. And what the fuck do I get from all this shit?
What you get is to stay alive. Besides, if you can free me from Opus, I'd get you a lifelong paycheck. I know Yutani systems. I could create a ghost employee.
Okay, sounds good to me, but let's make it a big fish, Cabron.
This messenger droid will carry the biometric capsule and take your spinner for a spin. I'm sure Opus won't let it get far.
If you're right, Opus might as well take out the other team. I'll let my partner know about it. Done. If Mui don't hear from me in 20 minutes, they'll abort the mission and get the hell out of Yutani.
Okay, let's do it. Get going, servant, and thank you for your sacrifice.
The robot takes the biochip and the mobile phone to the spinner and gets in. Johnny and Yuenlai watch as the vehicle speeds away down the street. But before it can rise into the air, it explodes into a fireball that lights up the night sky.
Little Red Riding Hood, you fucking bitch. Okay, I accept the payment, Mr. Yuenlai. So, where do you want to get lost?
Six Ziyu.
Do you know Tangier? I think it would be the best place to vanish.
It is on the other side of the strait, off the coast of Freetown. Not one brick is left on top of another. A good hole in which to get lost, for sure. When we get there, I'll take you to Jiyu, the best saloon in Tangier. But first I'd need a little magic. Could you get us a spinner?
What do you think of this one?
It's not a bad motor. Sure, it can get us to the port.
Abracadabra. My magic works. Let's see yours. We got to get out of here.
Dom, I'm starting to really like you, Cabron. Now, use your magic skills to find automated cargo ships leaving Yutani and heading west.
Johnny uses manual mode to bypass some traffic rules. When the spinner takes off, Yuenlai tries to override the computer trail of the cameras, radars, and control beacons. When they arrive at the port, the hacker finds a target cargo ship and penetrates its system, disabling the security modules. When they get to see the ship, it sets sail and is sailing fast. Johnny give Max gas before the spinner loses connection with the last antenna. The thrusters disconnect mid-flight, but the pirate manages to land among the containers without too much damage.
We are alive, you have earned your salary.
We're not done yet. Come on, it won't take long to cross the strait. We have to find a service boat.
An hour later, the shores of the free city of Tangier show their decay. Once a prosperous financial capital, now nothing more than Kaisha's expat hideaway. The fugitives approach the coast, looking for a beach without debris. Free cities have no customs. Pirates, hackers, and other scum are always welcome.
Hope you like the beer of Jiyu, the best bar in Tangier. What now, Brainiac?
I'll try to cover my tracks, hopefully Opus will consider me dead. You do the same for a while.
Don't worry, buddy, I won't lose sight of you until my first paycheck arrives. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.